Hello students, in the last video we have been discussing about how Germany was unified. We also came to know how the concept of nationalism was manipulated in the year 1848 and so on. In today's video we will be discussing about the unification of Italy. Like Germany, Italy was also segregated into different land masses governed by different kingdoms. Italy was unified not only by the liberal revolutionaries but also by Victor Emmanuel II. In order to make you understand the unification much easier, I have jotted out some points that we will read first, then we will go in understanding the deep how it was done. My first point that I have written on the board is, like Germany, it was also divided into many parts. Italy was also segregated into various land masses governed by different kingdoms. In 19th century, it was in 7 parts, of which only Sardinia Piedmont was under the Italian control. मतलब वैसे तो बहुत सारे पैचवर्क ऑफ लैंड्स में डिवाइडेड था, बट अगर हम 19th सेंचुरी की बात करें तो इटली को बेसिकली हम लोग 7 कैटेगरीज में बांट सकते हैं, अलग अलग किंगडम्स में, सेक्शंस में. एंड आउट ऑफ 7 सिर्फ एक जो था जिसका नाम था सर्डिनिया पिडामाउंट, दैट वाज अंडर द इटालियन रूलर विक्टर इमैनुअल सेकेंड. एक पॉइंट मैंने यहाँ नहीं लिखा है, तो मैं आपको बता दे रहा हूँ. नॉट ओनली दैट कि सिर्फ एक ही सेक्शन, एक ही टेरिटरी था सर्डिनिया पिडामाउंट अंडर द इटालियन किंग, बल्कि जो इटालियन लैंग्वेज है वो भी प्रॉपरली फॉर्म्ड नहीं था. देयर वर मल्टीपल वेरिएशंस ऑफ द लैंग्वेज. वेरिएशन मतलब लोकल डायलेक्ट्स जो थे इटालियन लैंग्वेज में बहुत ज़्यादा प्रभावित कर रहे थे. हर जगह इटली का जो भाषा था इटालियन वॉज हैविंग समवट डिफरेंस. तो यूनिटी थी नहीं. सिर्फ एक सर्डिनिया पिडामाउंट जो था, इट वॉज ओनली अंडर द इटालियन किंग. रेस्ट ऑल द पार्ट्स वर गवर्न्ड बाय सम अदर किंगडम्स. द नॉर्दर्न पार्ट, जो नॉर्दर्न इटली है, it was under the Austrian Habsburg Empire. The central part was governed by the Pope, the church. Pope is the, you can say, the religious head of Christianity. And the southern part was under the rule of Bourbon King of Spain. You can see that we have difference. Northern part जो है वो Habsburg Empire के अंडर में है, सेंट्रल जो है वो पोप के अंडर में है, और जो सदर्न पार्ट है वो बॉर्बन किंग्स ऑफ स्पेन के अंडर में है. एंड आउट ऑफ विच ओनली देयर वाज ओनली वन स्टेट दैट वाज अंडर द इटालियन किंग, दैट वाज विक्टर इमैनुअल सेकंड. Mazzini, Joseph Mazzini and liberal revolutionaries tried to unify Italy in 1830s and in 1848, but both the time they failed. Mazzini, along with Garibaldi, they all were many more liberal revolutionaries. They all were thrown out in exile. Now, when the liberal revolutionaries failed, it was only the duty and also the responsibility of Victor Emmanuel II to unify Italy. क्योंकि लिबरल रेवोल्यूशनरी जो थे वो फेल कर गए थे, एक बार नहीं 2 बार. 1830s के टाइम में फेल हुए थे, 1848 में भी फेल हो गए थे. उनको सप्रेस कर दिया गया था रेवोल्यूशन को. अब मजीनी, उनके साथ जो गरिबाल्डी थे, इन सबको एग्जाइल में भेज दिया था. ऐसे सिचुएशन में अब जिम्मेदारी बनती थी विक्टर इमैनुअल सेकेंड का कि वो बाई वॉर, लड़ाई कर करके एट लास्ट जो इटली है उसको यूनिफाई कर सके. वही मैंने यहाँ लिखा है. नाउ इट वॉज रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ विक्टर इमैनुअल सेकेंड टू यूनिफाई इटली बाई war. This I have already explained. The northern Italy was under the Austrian Habsburg Empire, the center was under Pope, and the south was under the Bourbon kings of Spain. Cavour, a new name. हमने जर्मनी पढ़ा था, जो प्रूसिया के चीफ मिनिस्टर थे ऑटो फोन बिस्मार्क. यहाँ पे सर्डिनिया पिडामाउंट के जो चीफ मिनिस्टर थे, या कह सकते हैं काउंट जो थे, हिज नेम वाज कैवोर, काउंट कैवोर. ही वाज नॉट अ लिबरल रेवोल्यूशनरी, वाज नॉट इवन अ डेमोक्रेट, but he knew or understood the essence, the importance of a unified landmass, because the concept of nationalism saw a drastic change during the time period of 1848. 1848 के समय में नेशनलिज्म का जो मतलब बदला था, इस मतलब को कैवोर जो था वो अच्छी तरीके से समझता था। वो लिबरल रेवोल्यूशनरी नहीं था, ना ही वो एक डेमोक्रेट था, बट वो जानता था कि जब ज़्यादा लैंड मास होगा, एक यूनिफाइड लैंड मास होगा, तो ट्रेड बढ़ेगा, पावर बढ़ेगा, एंड इट विल बी मोर स्टेबलाइज्ड। Cavour was a great diplomat. He had a very great knowledge of French language, and with the help of his knowledge, he succeeded in getting support from the French army. And Cavour, with the help of French army, attacked the Austrian Habsburg Empire in the north. He won, and he successfully unified the northern Italy. When northern Italy was unified, the elites of Italian provinces, they realized the importance of a unified landmass, and they started to join volunteer service under the leadership of Garibaldi. This volunteership led to a armed troop of more than 30,000 men, who then attacked the Bourbon kings of Spain in the south, and finally drove them away under the leadership of Garibaldi. And in year 1861, Italy was unified, and Victor Emmanuel II, who was king of Sardinia-Piedmont, was proclaimed as the king of unified Italy. The people who supported Garibaldi was not only the elites, even the peasants or small laymen was also one of the members of the volunteer army that supported Garibaldi in attacking the Bourbon king of Spain. Now the comedy part is that when Italy was unified in 1861, there was a confusion. The peasants or the small laymen, they failed to understand the term Italy. They took Italy as La Talia, referring to Victor Emmanuel II's wife. But later on, the confusion was cleared out, and Italy was unified in 1861. In the next video, I will be focusing on the role played by Garibaldi, because many times, because many times in board examinations, we write a note on Garibaldi, find a short note of 3 marks, and sometimes the examiner twists the questions and put forward the question in a very 5 marks pattern, asking the role played by Garibaldi and Mazzini combined. So my next video will be focused on Garibaldi alone. Then we'll go on to study about strange case of Britain and later on topics. Today what I'm trying to teach you is about how Italy was unified, what was the role played by Mazzini, how Mazzini and liberal revolutionaries failed in 1830 and in 1848. The responsibility then shifted to Victor Emmanuel II of Sardinia-Piedmont. Count Cavour of Sardinia-Piedmont succeeded in getting help from the French army and attacked the Austrian Habsburg Empire in the north. Defeating them, he successfully unified the northern Italy, and later on the people started volunteering, and under the leadership of Garibaldi, they attacked the southern part. They attacked the Bourbon king of Spain and defeated them, and in 1861 Italy was unified, and Victor Emmanuel II of Sardinia-Piedmont was proclaimed the king of unified Italy.